today is day 2 and I'm going to start with this box. I was already doing this box yesterday, but I ran out of time because I'm only going to do 1 hour per day. Alright, so let's do this. Again, this is the pile I was so scared to touch because these are a lot of ballet things. Yesterday I threw out one like this. What is this called? You know those kinds of souvenirs you get from a show? And this is one of my favorite, I always say favorite. This is one of my favorite, super favorite recitals. This was the Nutcracker in the year 2015 and I played 3 roles. I am not throwing this away. Now this is, okay, these are weird. I keep them and I'm not supposed to keep them. These are just envelopes where GCs, like gift certificates, were placed. I mean, these had, how do I phrase it in English? Tagalogin ko na lang. Ito yung mga lalagyan ng mga gift certificate na na-receive namin. This one is from my sister. This is for Kyra's first birthday. From my parents. From my brother. From Kalianta family. Ang pao, these are red Chinese envelopes where you put money as gifts. From Uncle Neil and Aunt Christine. I'm just gonna check if no more money. I know that I already took out the money from these, but I just kept them because I don't know, I like these things. But to be honest, they are supposed to be thrown away right after. We cannot reuse these because it has names at the back and greetings. Bangke family. So I really treasure these, but I'm supposed to throw them away. Blank sheets of paper. Plantation Bay. This was when we spent our anniversary in Plantation Bay when I was pregnant. I think that was what year was this? 2017? 2018. February 4, 2018. The invoice, okay, we paid $13,838 for 1 night and 2 days. That is so weird. I mean, I think I value this, but I'm throwing it away. This is, oh my god, I have to throw this away. This is like a paper bag full of weird, but yes, I'm gonna show you. Red Chinese envelopes, ang paos, from our wedding day. Everything we received, well, these are already empty, but the greetings and the gesture of the people who who really thought of us for our wedding. They were very kind. Like, I didn't know there would be a lot of people giving us monetary gifts. But yeah, that's why these are all empty. There were even checks, and these are all empty because the full amount of money is already in the bank. This one though, I couldn't throw this away. This is our same day edit. This is a CD from the videographer. This is very precious. Okay, this one though, I'm sure I'm not gonna throw away. But these red envelopes, I am ready to throw away. This paper bag, by the way, was also from the wedding day. This was given to me by my dear friend Daphne, and she gave me one of the best wedding gifts ever. I think I received a ton of best wedding gifts, and this is one of it. And that's why I kept the paper bag, but the thing inside it, I already used it all. But yeah, that's why I kept it, and now I'm supposed to throw it away. But I'm just going to ask my husband because he also has a say in this. I'm sure this is also sentimental to him, although the envelopes really are already empty. So I'm just going to ask him. A ballet program, throwing that away. I really don't want to, but I will do that. A ballet, like, letter. CD, I wish the CD. Yes, the CD is here. Alright. I am going to keep this. This is the recital, like a copy of the whole recital. I am going to keep this. Ballet ribbons. I think I will still use that. I mean, I can give it away. ACB, this is this is a teaching material. I can use this if I will teach ballet again. Should I keep it? I will hold on to it for a little bit and then I'm just going to throw it someday. Okay, here are more. Oh my god. This is a lot of ballet, like teaching thingy. I am going to keep this together with, you know, if I'm going to be a teacher again, I'm not sure, but I'm just going to hold on to it for a little bit. Pencils and pen that I use, and the little red ribbon that I used for the board exam when I took my nursing board exam to become a registered nurse, and I passed, and I just held on to it because, well, it made me pass. It's like my lucky pencil or something. The paper, like it's a piece of paper telling us where our classroom was to take the board exam. So this goes with that 2012 receipts. My board rating, so this is my general average rating, my score. This is the announcement that says I passed the board exam, I am a registered nurse. I'm going to hold on to that. I am going to keep this. Receipt. Okay, I am going to talk about this a little bit. This is from the University of San Carlos. This is a receipt, $12,600, because there was a time when I paid for my little brother's tuition fee for college, and I just wanted to keep the receipts. Kind of a remembrance as to where my money went. Like, I worked hard for something and then I put it in here. Actually, this is Carlos, PRC. I don't know. I'm just going to save it. This envelope kasi, it has a lot of legal stuff related to our profession. When we took the board exam to become a registered nurse, that's why it's kind of hard to throw away. I have to ask him, like it's going to be a joint position. So let's just put it aside right there. I have to ask him. Another brown envelope. And let's see, I hope I can throw this away. Wedding invite. Okay, these are all wedding stuff that I will never use anymore. For example, this is the menu for the dinner. This is like a list of everybody we invited, and this seating arrangement. I might hold on to this just because I want to read, but I'm going to throw it after I read it. See, a buffet, a contract. Should I throw these away? The contract with my makeup artist, and then I don't know what this is. I don't remember what this is, but I'm gonna throw that. This is a letter. What letter is this? Let's see. This is a letter I wrote for my best friend, and I don't know why I kept a draft. GN. This is for GN. Went home from school together, rehearsed together, ate, dressed, put on makeup, did our hair together, caught Chinese classes together for rehearsals, danced together, traveled together to Casino Espanol, White Gold, and Grand Con. So heartwarming to remember we did so many things together. I seem to always forget how you helped me survive high school. I'm going to read this one more time in full, and I'm going to throw it away. Paper clip, let me just maybe I can use that later. Okay, certificate of baptism. I don't think I will use this ever again, but I'm just going to keep that. What is this? A copy of my Papa's IDs. More reception papers, marriage license thing. I'm not sure if I can still use that. Credit card application. See, these are things I can definitely throw away. Church papers. Thingy. Can throw that. Wedding payment, certification. Certificate of baptism. I'm gonna keep that. Table arrangement. Things to do. Cell number. Cell phone numbers. Things I have to. Yeah, things to do, a lot of things to do. The contract with the flowers, the contract with the photographer, the contract with the wedding planner. Things to do. I'm done with it, I think. Like, I think that's safe to throw away. I mean, it would be nice to read it again, but I don't know. It's so hard to do, seriously. Okay, this is another brown envelope. I hope I can throw all of these away. Yeah, this is like an earlier draft of the guest list. Interesting. Interesting. Park Point Residences. Let me just read this again for one more time. More of that. Earlier drafts of the wedding planning, receipts. I kept so many receipts. These are from 5 years ago, so definitely not going to use those anymore. Photo of a dress we wanted to have done. and pink, white, blue flowers. I wrote a lot. Like, I really wrote a lot for the wedding. A draft of the wedding invite. My shoes were, okay, let's take a look at this receipt. Rusty Lopez, we didn't find designer shoes, and the cost was $1,499 only. That's actually cheap for wedding shoes. I mean, if you want to go like extravagant, like the other weddings, you go for those really expensive shoes. I didn't do that. Invitations from the bank. This doesn't have important information. Business cards, receipts. This is my contract with the June Cañete. June Cañete is the most popular, the best florist, bridal florist here in Cebu. And we already paid for him. We booked him for our wedding. And like a few months after, he got murdered. I got so frustrated, like, and sad, frustrated and sad for him, like, because he died, and for us because we couldn't have him as our florist. Nobody compares to him, but there are others who are way more expensive than him at that time, who could also probably create the same floral arrangements as him, but we really wanted him. Well, I couldn't use his anymore. I'm gonna throw it away, but yes, I remember him. I hope that he is resting in peace. The one who created our gowns, Lord Maturin, a very unforgettable recital. I watched the ballet center's recital, Cinderella. Aya Lego was starring. That was a good one. And this is what's this? Oh, okay. For the wedding, we stayed in Radisson Blue, and this is how much we paid. Should I say it? Maybe I will bleep it out. 13,156 for 2 nights. No, yeah, 2 nights in the suite. Am I correct? It doesn't really have details here, but that's, yeah, for a suite here. I am correct. And we can throw this out. More wedding stuff. Guest list. How many times did I write the guest list? Grand Convention Center. Things to do. Grand Convention Center. The menu. We really had to go through the menu so many times. The contract. The Lord Maturin contract. We paid, I cannot remember, 80,000. Cake Boutique for the wedding cake. Sly Studios for the video. Okay. Sorry, I'm throwing these away. And more, let me guess. Menu. This is a menu. It is a menu. Bye. Another one, let's see what's inside. Oh, it's a certificate. Oh, that I became a teacher. Provisional teacher certificate of membership. That I am a teacher, a ballet teacher. I probably have to keep this. And a notebook. This goes to the journal pile. And we are done with this. We're done with two brown envelopes. Now this is something that I will put up in a frame. This is Revenge of the, oh my god. Sorry. I am going to give you a close-up photo of this. This is our favorite ride in the Universal Studios Singapore together with the Transformers 4D ride. We kept on going back to this ride, and during the last time, we finally bought our souvenir photo. You know, you usually don't buy it because it's overpriced, but we did because we loved this ride very much. And we are going to keep this. Definitely, we haven't gotten back to Singapore because we have a 2-year-old, but soon, I hope we will. More brown envelopes. Am I serious? This is, oh, I couldn't do this. My medical files when I got operated on because my gallbladder had to be taken out. I need to save that for the future or whatever. I'm not sure if I really need to, but just in case. Oh my god. Okay, this is everything I studied for when I was in the real estate business. I think I'm already, like, I can already throw this. Amara, Sedona, Soldinea. Okay, just in case I want to remember this, should I just take photos? I should just take photos and then throw. I don't want to tell you about the boring details. The reason why I kind of hold on to those is because I want to remember Like, I wanted in my memory to always know what I was selling, even in the future. Like, if I talk about my experience selling condo units and Ayala is really a top real estate company here in the Philippines, so I want to remember that I was part of their family and that I know how much they sold their land and their condo units way back 2013. That's why I hold on to these documents and like know how much it is already at the present time and something like that. These are all more papers from the corporate world. So this is a clearance from Convergys. Convergys is BPO. What is a BPO? BPO. Business Processing Outsource. A call center. Here in the Philippines, here in Cebu, I used to work there. Business cards. Okay, I don't know why I kept these business cards that I haven't cut out yet, but I have to throw these away. Oh my god. This is a visualization. This is funny. Of a check. Actually, this is an actual check of my first payout. Like, because real estate is commission based. So when I sold my first condo unit, this was my commission and I printed it out just to remember. Definitely I'm gonna hold on to this. And then I created a different one. I don't know how I did this. I think I just changed the name. This was an actual check and I took a photocopy and printed it out with my name on it that I will get, or that I have 326,410 Philippine peso, and that didn't come true, but it's still about to come. Let's just put it right there. An envelope, empty. Let's throw that away. This is something that I also want to keep, but let's just think about it. This is the Park Point Residences, one of my goals. Like, I wanted to sell a lot of Park Point Residences units, and I also wanted to own one. So I like to look at that, what units were available, how much they were. But I will definitely throw that away in the future. Receipts I don't need. See, Park Point Residences thing. Here is like a study material, things that I had to remember or I had to memorize at that time. And I kept all of them. I was a very good employee like that. I studied a lot. And right now I can already throw it away. See, more of that. These are like Park Point slides that they printed out. This is such a waste of paper. Let's put all of these papers to good use. I'm going to think about how I can recycle these. And that's it. That's why that was such a heavy box. I mean, that's why this is such a heavy box. A lot of papers. Amara. We also tried to sell Amara. I'm going to throw that now. And this is a photocopy of my ID. Bunch of ID photocopies. Empty. So we can throw that away. And this, okay, this. I am going to show you a close-up of this photo. So when Carla and I got married, we spent a lot of time like doing funny things or stupid things or playing around with his cousin. And this was when we did a maze, like a puzzle, like, how do you call that kind of game? You get into a room and then you find your way out, something like that. We spent like an hour finding our way out. I think we did not find our way out. Yeah, that was fun. Okay, so this is a clear folder, clear book of more condo information, like materials that I used to sell condo. Alright, so I'm just, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna throw all these away? Oh, this is a sample computation. If you buy a Park Point residence with it's a 2-bedroom unit with 1 parking slot, you are going to pay for $13,956,000 plus tax. That's $1.6 million. Okay, that's a lot of money. Next is, okay, so I'm going to hold on to this because I still like to read all of these things. Alright, this one I can throw. Alright, this one I'm ready to throw. I'm just really very interested with the Park Point things. An empty folder I can use to fan myself right now, so hot. More empty folders. Okay, these empty folders can go to somebody because they are in good condition. Coverages. Converges. I worked for Sprint and Citibank when I was in Converges. This is a photocopy of my transcript of records. That's my college grades. I don't know if I can still use this. I can definitely ask for a new one, but just in case, I'm going to put it inside one of these envelopes because we never know. Also, if I really need a TOR, I'm gonna have to go to my school. Here's another huge or like thick pile of paper. Okay, these are materials from the call center, from Converges. Health insurance. This is a thick, so thick. Alright, so this is empty. I don't know why it kept these things. It is taking me 30 minutes to finish this box. Oh my god. We have a shoe box. It's heavy. Oh my god. Am I serious? These are letters from elementary. Oh my god. This is a letter from my friend. I love her very much. And she said, should I do this? August 2016. Belated happy birthday again. I hope you had a wonderful day with lots of love and family. Love you, my beautiful friend. I'm so glad I have a friend like you. Daphne. Okay, I don't know what to do with these. Oh my god, I actually thought I threw out all of these letters already. Oh my god, the face of the person who actually wrote these letters to me is in my head right now. Am I kidding? The flood of memories. I actually thought I already threw these out. Okay, this is for another day. This is for another day. They are not going to the trash can. This is something very important to me. Very important. My most favorite. Photos, photo printouts from our wedding by the official photographer. So there has to be some way to compile all of these without needing to keep a lot of papers. Oh my god, I used a rubber band and look at that. It's damaging the back. Thankfully, just the back. I'm not throwing these, but I have to think about how to store them properly. And we're almost done. I'm gonna show you just so that you'll feel together with me. This is not mine. I'm going to ask Carlo what he wants to do with that. This is a receipt I can throw. This is a baller when we were supporting our president when he was still running. This is something I have never used, that my sister gave it to me. I don't know what to do with it. It was a gift, that's why I didn't throw it away even if I wasn't using it. And this is my first, well not really my first, but this is, I wanted to watch the Cinderella recital I was talking about a while ago and I couldn't see from afar, so I hurriedly bought these glasses and I don't like it. It's not my style, but I just bought them and because it costs money, even if I only used it that night, I still have it with me right now. I don't know what to do with it. Probably giving it away, but it's graded, like it has a grade. It's for a nearsighted person. So who can use that if I'm giving it away? These ones are my favorite glasses for a while because they are so, alright, let me just put it on, I'll show you. Okay, these were my favorite glasses for a while, but I couldn't use them anymore. These are not, like, I need to adjust the grade. And also this used to be really clear, white, transparent, and now it's kind of yellowish. So I couldn't use them anymore. I seriously don't know what to do with these extra glasses, but empty box. We'll proceed to this next box. I have like 20 more minutes. Okay, these shoes I never throw, even if I've never used them anymore. When I left the corporate world, I think I only used it when I attended a an 18th birthday party and never again. And now look at them, they're all worn out because well, I kept them because this was also a gift from my manager when I won that contest I was talking about, and she appreciated my gesture, you know, my efforts, well, everything I did to win the contest. So she got me these shoes and the bag, but I have to throw these away. You cannot save those shoes anymore. Let me do these shoe boxes first before anything. And then I have more shoes. What? I love these. I'm glad these are not, I mean, these are very comfortable. They're not my style, but these are very comfortable, and this was a gift. So I'm going to keep these. If I'm not using it in the next 6 months, I'm going to give it away. It's still good, in good condition. So I'm going to keep this. Where is my keep file? Another shoebox and this, oh, my wedding shoes. Okay, I don't know what to do with this. I should ask my husband or my mom-in-law, because seriously, I wouldn't be able to use this. Somebody else should use it, like somebody getting married or something. I'm gonna put this in the giveaway pile, but I don't know who to give it away to. But I'm just going to give it. Next is another pair of shoes. I've never used it since I got pregnant because, did I never use this? I think I used it once or twice when I attended a wedding, I think, but never again. Still, I'm going to keep these because these are really my go-to. Like if I attend a wedding again in the next few months, this is going to be the shoes I will wear. Okay, that's an empty box, but I need to work on this box, this pile. This is a pregnancy test, unused but probably expired. It was a long time ago. And more glasses. Okay, I really loved these glasses for a while, but not my style anymore, and my grade has changed. So I will need to get an eye checkup and change the lenses. Then whenever I do that, like I need to change my grade, I tend to always buy a new pair of glasses. So goodbye. Notebook. What is this? Okay, a lot of pages. Oh, this is so hard. A shot glass. I'll put that in the kitchen. Toothbrush. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm throwing that away. This is a pencil. Do we have a pencil case? Sometimes I do need pencils, so I'm going to keep this. Where is my, together with these pencils from the board exam day. Got this one, I can throw this away. Tape that probably doesn't work anymore. Baby oil. This is a very good Q-tips container. I'm going to keep it. My baby's, like, what do you call this? Tag? Newborn tag thingy? A purse that I really loved. I'm deciding to keep that. I should stick, this is a tattoo from, like, it reminds me of the time I was still pumping breast milk for my baby. I'm not going to throw this away, but I have to stick it somewhere so I can throw that, you know, so Band-Aid, I think these are expired, so I'm just throwing that away. Oh my god, I don't even want to touch the other things in here. An old lipstick is probably expired. Hand soap, ballet sticky notes, I can still use that. Dry shampoo, does this expire? I don't know. I don't want to risk it. My baby's first birthday souvenirs. I have 2 of them. Yes, I will keep that. A fan. I have been looking for a fan for days now. So I will keep this. A notebook. This was a gift from my friend. It's still blank. I should give this away. Thank you, friend, but I have too many notebooks for now. Golf balls. We use this to like massage our feet or our back. So I cannot throw this away, and golf balls are quite hard to find. Medicine. Contract 2 bags. This was for my cesarean scar. Because I had a cesarean section, I have a scar, and I used this. It didn't really work. I'm gonna throw it away now. Okay, and oil. Argan oil. I should think of how I can use this. I have this because it was a buy one take one offer. So the first bottle I used and I didn't really like, so the second bottle is still right here. I will never buy something just because it's buy one take one anymore. Now I should give this away or think of how I can use that. This is a love letter I wrote for Carlo and he never threw it, and now it's here in my pile of dump. Let me think of how I can use that. These are syringes. that I used to pop my milk blood when I had clogged ducts back to when I was still pumping milk. And now they are unused, but I don't need them anymore. So, and also I cannot throw it in the trash. You cannot dispose of needles that way. Even if they're not unused, I mean, even if they are unused, it's dangerous for the garbage collectors. This is the cord clamp for my baby. This is Cairo's cord clamp when he was still a newborn. I think I am going to keep that, even if a lot of moms don't keep that. I am avoiding some of the things here. Mom card thing, membership thingy. I don't need this. A flash drive that went into the laundry, like into the washing machine. I think we will never be able to use this anymore, so I'm just going to throw it. Photos, 1x1 photos, 2x2 photos. Cairo's like souvenir during his baptism. I always try to keep at least one of his souvenirs just to remember those celebrations. More ballerina sticky notes. I need to just use this and throw these away. Breast milk storage bag. It's already opened. I don't know what to do. I couldn't give it away. I don't know anybody who is pumping, and I couldn't give it away to my followers or subscribers or something because it's opened. I can probably use this as a Ziploc, you know, but I don't know when or where or how. A tab. Let me check if it still turns on, and if it does, I will give it away. A tab, really. Band-Aid, a lot of Band-Aid. Okay, I will put this in the first aid kit. A lot of safety pins. Oh my god. Nail care. Been looking for this since the quarantine started. I haven't gone to my nail salon, and I would love to just do my own nails. Where am I gonna put this? Such a huge clutter. I'm like fixing clutter and creating new clutter. More of the Beatle picks from yesterday. And I don't even play the guitar anymore. I just really love them. Okay, an old hair clip. This is actually a lot of accessories, and okay, I have been avoiding this while I was going through the box, but now I have to face it and throw what needs to be thrown. In 1 second, this is something I could give away. A baby, like a newborn. When Cairo's a newborn, I used this on his hair to comb his hair, of course. What else? So now I don't really comb his hair anymore, but I can, so probably I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna think about it. Tape measure. This is actually useful. I should put this in a sewing kit. Keep it there. Alright, here, see? A lot of jewelry. Not actual jewelries, but just accessories. This is my husband's ID, PRC ID, a license ID that he is a registered nurse. It's expired, but we like keeping those kinds of things. This is a towel, so I'm going to give it away. Another one of those milk thingy tattoos. Where did I put the first one? And another more of those ballerina notes or sticky notes, except this isn't sticky. I have so many writing things. The thing is, I don't work anymore. That's why I cannot use these anymore. Okay, let's get into this. I'm going to spend the last 10 minutes doing this. I am going to go through all of these accessories. This is from my grandma. These three. And I'm going to keep them because of the sentimental value. These bangles are fancy and plastic. I'm going to throw them away. I think this one too. A lot of hair pins that are not, they are in use, so we can keep those. Bangles, cheap hair pins. Throw more of those cheap hair pins. And these are like artsy paper clips. I might need, okay, the hoarder in me. I am going to keep these. This one is the one I was talking about yesterday from my bridal shower. A dog tag for me and Carlo. I'm keeping that. This one, plastic, it's fancy. I only use this once for an occasion, and right now I'm ready to throw it away or just give it away. Let me give this away. My god, I bought a lot of those kinds of. This is plastic and like a bracelet, giving this away. A necklace, giving this away. A headpiece for one of my recitals, I'm giving that away. A brooch, I don't remember when. I don't know, but I'm giving this away as well. Oh, okay, this one I'm not giving away. This is a point shoe keychain, and this is my first and only point shoe keychain. Everybody in ballet school had this, and I never had one. And somebody finally gifted me a point shoe keychain. I'm keeping this. I have so many keychains. And I'm throwing this away. A very cute shark earring. I have to throw these. I'm never wearing these kinds of earrings anymore because my toddler is just going to snatch it off of my ear. Oh my god, do you know what this is? This is something you put on your toes because if you put point shoes on without these, your toes are going to bleed. So I had a ton of these before. I don't know where the others are, but this one is, I'm throwing this because I'm not wearing point shoes anytime soon, ever. Or not really ever, but not anytime soon. These cute earrings I am giving away. This was a gift together with this. This was a gift. This is a bracelet with ballet trinkets, and I love this so much. I have to clean it up and keep it. I love this so much. But these earrings, cheap, and yeah, I can throw these. I'm throwing these away before I change my mind. Okay, so my camera just went off, but anyway, I was about to get done. Look at me, I am drenched in sweat, and I'm just gonna show you the box. It only has very few things left. Take a look. So a soju keychain or something. A ballerina pendant. I love that. I'm gonna keep that. I should really throw these away. A paper, like hair clips, something. I remember that was a gift from Atike. And a notebook that I still have to like go through if there are important details here, and then if there are none, I can already throw it. So that's it for this box. And this is the trash pile. This is the giveaway pile for today. And these are things that I have to look at this. I just created more clutter. But still, that's progress for me. I'm happy. And that's 1 hour for today. I will do day 3 tomorrow.